It's the day of the week where we either talk panic. I'm not doing the panic today because the other option on a Wednesday is to talk stats. And today I want to focus on people who might be in the running for some pretty major trophies at the end of the year because we're a little bit past the quarter mark. The Rocket Richard race, David Pastrnak has 19 goals. Leon Draisaitl 16. Ovechkin and McDavid are tied with 15, and Austin Matthews has 14. For all of the talk about who is or isn't performing for Toronto, Matthews is still on the board. And Pastrnak has just been scoring at will. I don't know how long this continues, but he's already had basically a 20-goal season. So if he ends up scoring 20 more from here for the rest of the year, which would be considered a disappointment, that'd be 40. So it's crazy right now. The Art Ross race isn't really much of a race if you're not wearing an Oilers jersey. Draisaitl has 44 points, McDavid has 43, and then it's 8 points below McDavid before you get to Marchand and Karlsson, who both have 35. So when you're looking at points, somebody wearing an Oilers jersey right now looks like a really good bet on winning the Art Ross trophy. And so we could see Draisaitl win the Art Ross, he could win the Rocket Richard, and we could see McDavid end up winning the Hart. I could see that situation taking place where it's just Oilers taking home a lot of trophies in June. The Norris Trophy, and I put a question mark because, of course, there are ways to measure a defenseman outside of points, but usually the guy who wins the Norris Trophy's already put up a bunch of points as well. Karlsson has 8 goals, 27 assists for 35 points. Dougie Hamilton, 9 goals, 14 assists, 23 points. I'm not suggesting he's going to win a Norris. I'm just saying he's having a pretty good start. Makar, 5 goals, 18 assists, 23 points. Yossi, 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points. And Brent Burns, 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points. He has been coming on lately. So that's pretty good to see 5 defensemen with 20 or more points. But Karlsson with 35 really stands out as being the best of the bunch. Calder, Makar, it's his if he continues on this pace. 5 goals, 18 assists. He's on pace for about 90 points as a defenseman. Olofsson, 7 goals, 8 assists. Netchus, 5 goals, 10 assists. And Quinn Hughes, 2 goals, 12 assists. I would imagine that things will settle out even further. I really think Makar's going to run away with this. Because Olofsson, most of his scoring was done early. Netchus has been very, very good. He's a dark horse. Quinn Hughes, I'm not sure he can keep up the pace he's shown this year. If he ends up with 30 points for the season, I'd be happy, honestly, with Quinn Hughes. Plus-minus leaders. Nobody pays attention to plus-minus, so look out the window. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, plus 16. And there's John Karlsson again with a plus 15. So he's one of the leading scorers. He's the leading scoring defenseman. And he's one of the best plus-minuses in the league. These are all things that people notice when they're voting for awards. Vezina, very often your save percentage leaders will reveal who is likely to be nominated. Thomas Greiss, 938 so far. Darcy Kemper, 937. Leonard, 934. Hellebuck and Rask both have 930 save percentages. Now, for me, if we were going to have the vote tomorrow, I would think Greiss would get some votes because he's continued it, and Leonard was nominated last year. I would think Kemper would likely win it, and I think Hellebuck would be the other finalist. That's just my thought, although I could see a situation where either Bishop or Rask ended up finishing top 3 in voting as well. But for me, right now, I would think it's Darcy Kemper's award. That being said, it's possible Marc-Andre Fleury, who leads and wins with 11, ends up being the guy that gets a lot of votes as well. So, 2009 draft. I wanted to take a look at something outside of what I did last time. I looked at various recent drafts. Now I want to look at the 2009 draft. So, leading scorers from the 2009 draft class. And then the number they were drafted at. Tomas Tatar, 7 goals, 13 assists. He was the number 60 draft pick that year. Ryan O'Reilly, 5 goals, 15 assists. He was the number 33 draft pick that year. Evander Kane, 12 goals, 7 assists. He was number 4. Braden Shen, 11 goals, 8 assists. He was number 5. Riley Smith, 10 goals, 7 assists. He was number 69 in the draft that year. Jacob Silverberg, he was number 39. He was He has 9 goals and 8 assists so far this season. Victor Hedman was the number 2 draft pick. He has 4 goals and 13 assists so far this year. Ryan Ellis was the number 11 draft pick. He has 3 goals, 14 assists on the blue line for Nashville. So yeah, that's a good indication of just how solid a draft that really was. And then when you look at the goaltenders, Darcy Kemper leads there with a 9-5 record, 937 save percentage. He was drafted 161st. So when people talk about why don't you take goaltenders early, this is kind of why. Mikko Koskinen, 8-1-2 with a 923 save percentage. He was drafted 31st overall. Took him about a decade to get to where he is right now. Pretty much literally, as this was the 2009 draft. Nilsson, 6-4-1, 924 save percentage. He was drafted 62nd overall. Oddly enough, both of these Islanders draft picks. Robin Lehner, 5-4-2, 934 save percentage. He was drafted 46th overall by the Senators that year. So this is why you don't take goaltenders early in the draft. Lehner took him a while to get to where he got to last year. Kemper took him ages to become a starting goaltender. And Koskinen and Nilsson both had their struggles. And in Koskinen's case, he had to go to the KHL for a while. So that's why you don't draft goalies all that early. Jennings. So the Jennings goes to the goaltenders with the lowest goals against average as a team. So you have to play, I think it's 20 games to get on the trophy. Arizona leads right now to 2.23 goals against per game clip. Dallas 2.36, Boston 2.38, Islanders 2.42, and Pittsburgh 2.62. Don't be surprised if the Islanders end up winning this. What is surprising is Pittsburgh being top 5 with 2.62, but I guess when you have so many forwards that are hurt, you have to invent new ways to win games, even if it means playing defense that you aren't really necessarily known for as a team. But there you go. So just a quick little video on where everybody is in the potential trophy races that we're going to see play out throughout the rest of the season. So there's your stats video for the week. For every 2 weeks, I do the stats videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. And a thanks to Patreons Allie and Angela Wilson for their continued support on Patreon and supporting this channel and helping me provide the kind of content that I provide daily for you fine people. So, there you go. I will talk to you again soon.